why don't you tell us a little about your life right now? You know, I mean, we know you travel a lot, but tell us about, you know, Yahoo Travel and what you do there and your show, because people might not know.
Totally. Well, I'm the editor-in-chief of Yahoo Travel, and I also do a show called Abroad, which is it's like a female adventure travel show. It's, we go to some places that you think you might know. Like I was just in Miami, but we find like the dive restaurants that every all the locals know, but that you don't know, and we have to tell you where they are and show
Hmm.
you because otherwise you're never going to find them. Or, I went to Afghanistan skiing, and we have some shows from there, and it's just, about like women do this stuff, and a lot of
Yeah.
people, it's really super frustrating because, and especially in major media, and I was told for years, women don't do this, women don't do this. And I was like, dude, I travel all the time and all I see are women.
Hmm.
And then I also got, well, you know what? Women need a buddy because you need a buddy for a buddy show. Women can't carry a show on their own. I actually heard that as well. And I was like,
Wow.
really, dude? All right, well, women do
Thanks
travel
for the challenge.
solo.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, 73% of women in the States, according to Booking.com, are going to travel solo in 2015. 66% of women traveled solo last year. And so it's just kind of like, basically, I got frustrated. I was out there talking to people and trying to get something going, and nobody would give me the time of day, so I went out and did it myself. Like, the average adventure traveler is a 47-year-old woman, not a 27-year-old dude in a Red Bull commercial. I went after England, I didn't want to go home. I didn't know what else to do. So I had $1,500 and I went to India with my best friend, and we just stayed till the money went out around 6 months later.
Yeah.
So I fell into being a gossip columnist, and it was all right for a couple years, but it was also golden handcuffs. You start doing TV, you start making money, you can go anywhere.
Hmm.
You can just call up, hey, I want to come into this place tonight. I want to go here. But it eventually, I became really miserable. And then I met Yahoo, and they were like, we like you. And I said, I like you too.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, and I have Carl, so I couldn't go for very long spurts, which is good because then it kept me a little bit grounded. But
Yeah, and Carl's the dog. For those of you who might have missed that, her
oh,
dog,
here's
who's sitting on her lap right now. If you're only listening to this, we are doing this on video, so
yeah,
he's so cute.
and he's like a canine unicorn.
Listen,
He's like
so
it
quit
would
your
be
job and travel. Did you start traveling at that time too?
No, I did not because I was in such a bad way.
Hmm.
I literally just shut my bedroom door. If I did not have Carl, I would not have left my apartment at all for 3 months. It was a
Hmm.
rough time, but
Yeah.
definitely led me to much better places before I left.
Oh,
And I
geez.
saved every red penny.
Okay.
And I scrimped, I saved, I did whatever, and I saved. And by the time I got this job, I had, I think, $300 left in the bank account. The excuse of I can't afford it, or this excuse of travel as a luxury, is no longer an excuse. There was this time in college when I was really stressed out and anxiety ridden. I was in Emory in Atlanta, and somebody drove me to Stone Mountain, and we walked to the top of Stone Mountain, and I looked down, and it just felt like a release because Atlanta was just so small in the distance, and it was just right there. And I just felt like, oh, that thing that was just standing in front of me, breathing down my neck, is just so tiny right
Mm-hmm.
now. And for me, that's what travel does. In order to see something clearly, often you have to get out of the situation and you
Hmm.
have to really just look at it from all sides. But also the other thing is that in this day and age of full connectivity, and we are constantly connected, and we are always, meh, 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 meh,
On our
it's
phones
actually
and
it's actually a lot lonelier. We are all, a lot of studies have been done that we're lonelier now than we've ever been before. And to get out there and to have a minute to think, to turn things off and to turn down the music and to turn off the headsets, and just to look for a minute and be like, huh, what do I really think about that? You know, and to actually read a book or talk to somebody next to you,
hmm